What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Mikey the King back at it with another video for y'all today. Man, you already know New Year's just passed, Christmas just passed. Some of y'all just picking up 2K19 right now, so y'all just need to know what is the best builds out right now for every position to even compete or to even win games in this game, man. Cause 2K been different this year, man. So like y'all need to stay updated to what builds y'all need to do in order to compete. So without further ado, let's get straight to the video. Alright, my guys. So we're gonna start off at the point guard position with the sharpshooting playmaker. Now, the sharpshooting playmaker can either be at point guard or two guard, to be honest with you, because like most people pick two guard just for the badges, because the badges are like slightly better. But like in my opinion, doesn't really matter. Like point guard spot, like basically just lose out on like probably just shooting badges or like bronze, but it doesn't really matter, bro. Like if you could speed, like being at point guard and being like 6'3" or 6'4" and down, you can speed boost and shit, bro. Like being able to speed boost and be able to combo up between like screens and stuff like that, or even ISO, it's GG, bro. Like at 94, having a playmaking takeover and a sharpshooting takeover together, like you're just unstoppable. Like it doesn't matter, just straight hezzy, bang, just like green. Like it's just shit too easy out here with sharpshooting playmakers. But like if you want to be able to speed boost early, you gotta have them at 6'4", 6'3", you know. But if you're trying to have defense, then you have them at 6'5". But you know, this is best to have at that point if you want the PG. Now for the second build, that's underrated in my opinion, that's the best, playmaking shot creator, bro. Like having this at the point guard spot is goated too. Like some people pick as shooting guard because, you know, the badges are better. Once again, they're just up by one, the other badges get shortened down. But like having gold ankle breaker and having gold difficult shots is just amazing to have, and it's just beautiful combo. Like having a center, a good center, or a good glass cleaner or whatever, just set you screens, you'll be able to shoot the drifter and all that, and like you still get your, and even having an ankle breaker, you still get a boost off of that. So just imagine having an ankle breaker, then getting the screen, so they get into the screen after the ankle breaker, then you just go off the drifter, that straight green light, and it's just cheesy to have. And your stats is not that bad either from three. Like yeah, it's a little bit low in settings, but if you got a good jump shot, man, it's GG, bro. Like just can't be unstoppable. And at 94 with this build, you can be breaking ankles with off the dribble, taking step backs, even with the dribble. But like playmaking takeover this year is just crazy, bro. It's just straight. But no, that's underrated. But now for the other build, for the shot creating playmaker, basically this is perfect for pro-am and rec. It's basically just an all-around build for a facilitator if you're like that, and you gotta have IQ when you use this build, because you get gold ankle breakers, not Hall of Fame, but like having all your playmaking badges Hall of Fame, it's just very crucial, and you can facilitate and you can score a little bit too. Like your mid-range is not that consistent, but having difficult shots at silver is really all you need, to be honest with you. That's all you really need, bro. Like difficult shots at silver or any higher is really all you need to green like these moving drifters or fadeaways, as I like to call it, you know, off the screen and shit like that, stuff like that. But for the next build, we're gonna go with the pure shot creator. Now, this build at point guard is very crazy if you're short, like 6'3" or 6'4", because your 3 is like an 80, and it goes even higher and stuff like that. If you were to shorten your wingspan by 2 or so, whatever. But like, just having the ability to have your sharpshooting badges, not really, like it goes down a little bit, but like by 1, it's not really much of a difference. But like having corner specialist and limitless range, even at like silver and shit, that's crazy. But having at 2 guard, you get a gold. But if you're a point guard and you have it at silver, you're pretty good. But if you want to speed boost early, then you make it like Tycena's build, you make him at 6'3", yada yada. But if you want to be like taller and play for defense, then you make him taller, and then you can speed boost after you get your takeover. So it's not that bad. But shot creators this year is just very crazy. Like they just don't miss any difficult shots or any type of moving shots. Like if they get a screen, you get caught in it, it's GG, bro. Like you're not coming back from that. So y'all really need to make y'all shot creator this year, man. They ain't nothing to play with. Alright, moving on to the 2 guard builds. For the 2 guard builds, you can use the same builds I just named, or if you want to be lights out, you gotta create this build, my guy. Like, this build is crazy, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, you need to go with the sharpshooting shot creator. Now, sharpshooting shot creator, man, having mid-range Deadeye, difficult shots, and Tyler Score teardrop are all Hall of Fame. Having difficult shots at Hall of Fame is crucial. And then having corner specialists at gold, so like you have your sharpshooting badges gold and silver, and your shot creating first. And like your threes maybe like in the 80s and stuff like that. But like if you know your jump shot, you're good. And like having someone to set you screens, once again, if you have someone to set you screens, it's like they can't stop you. Like it's just unbeatable. Like you can dead just shoot a drift off the screen. And even if you get an ankle breaker, which your ankle breaker is not that high, I think it's like bronze. It's not that high, but like if you get it, it still gets you a boost. And just be able to shoot faded drifters. And now imagine getting your takeover at 94. Step back, green animation. Like, you know, sharpshooter takeover this year is crazy. But on to the next one. It's the reverse, bro. Shot creating sharpshooter. Now it's just the opposite. Now your shooting badges are higher than your mid-range and shot creating badges, but still having the ability to have your sharpshooting first. You get the sharpshooter takeover first and stuff like that, and you can greenlight much better and efficient. But you also still have the ability of a shot creator. You won't be able to speed boost right off the get-go, or even speed boost at point, but like as soon as you get to 94, whatever, you be GG. But for the height and stuff like that, you already know. If you're trying to, be offensive, then you go shorter, 6'4" and below. If you're trying to be defensive, then you go 6'5" and up. That's just how it is. Alright, now for the small forwards. This build right here has been slept on. But this build right here, not everybody can use this build. This build is really, you gotta have IQ. Like, this build is no joke. And that's the pure point forward. Like, having the ability to have all 5-year badges, Hall of Fame. They don't give you ankle breaker because they don't give you it this year, but like giving you ankle breaker at gold and pick a roll maestro at gold is just still crazy enough. Like you could be 6'8", speed boosting and shit like that. Like, it's very crazy. 6'8" speed boosting. You can combo up. You can have have the ability to combo up. Imagine you had like a center, set your screens. You can do a pick a roll maestro off the ankle breaker that's still green. And even at all, like your stats is not that high, but if you have a good jump shot, it does not matter. Like it really doesn't. You can just drive to the pin all the time, or even while you're speed boosting, all that. But you remember, it takes IQ to have this build, so keep that in mind. Like pure 4-4, crazy dope. I think I should create one. If you can combo up, then create it. Alright, for the next build, no one ever talks about. It's the 2A slasher. Like, why are y'all sleeping on this build, bro? Like, bro, Lob City finisher and posterizer Hall of Fame. They just golded. And then you got your defensive badges gold. Defensive badges gold. It's bad enough you could be a lockdown. You could just press square and they get these steals. So just adding a defensive archetype to your name, which is in your build, bro, like it's GG. And I know Slasher this year is tight trash because they toned down the dunks and the contact dunks, but if you know what you're doing and you play defense, you can create offensive opportunities for just playing defense, getting blocks and getting steals, because you're always going to be on the break. You can catch lobs, your teammates can set you up, so like you can play up top and just play defense, and you can score just straight off twos and fast breaks, so they just can't stop you. So this build has just been slept on. If you get a 94, GG, because nobody wants to see a lockdown takeover. But on to the next one. Lastly, we're gonna go to centers. I don't really have that much good center builds. The only center build, in my opinion, I think is the best of best before out of glass cleaners and stuff. I don't really mess with glass cleaners. I just think everyone try to make ones, they think they're nice, so they make a 7'3". I think everyone should be looking at this build, the rebounding rim protector. This build is ridiculous. Like, I run with a rebound rim protector, but he's at power forward. But at center, his badges are actually better than it would be at power forward, because you lose out on one badge. I don't remember which one it was, but you lose out on one of them. But his takeover goes up so fast from just playing defense and just having people run into him because of bruiser. And just ridiculous. You can baby anyone. Glass cleaners, you can grab boards over them. Slashing rebounds not gonna mean nothing. Anyone with a rebound in their name, it's slashing, post scoring. It's just not gonna work. This build is just too strong offensively and stuff like that, and you can still score. You can body people, you can posterize people, even with posterize being sober. But just having a defensive badges at Hall of Fame, being like a center, it's crucial. Like you can stop any guard that gets through. You can always help on the switches and stuff like that. But it's crazy. But like, man. Alright, but on to the power forwards, the GOAT gods of this game. 2K, fix your game. Like seriously, why in the hell is the stretch 4 the best build to make this year? Like, come on, bro. Like, it's the only way to win this game is that you gotta make a stretch 4. Cause look at this, boys. Look at this, bro. 4 Hall of Fame badges, and then you got the gold corner, you know, gold shooting badges as well, and also shot creating badges as well. If you notice, up under specialist and stuff like that, difficult shots being silver, like that's pretty high for a big man. And plus, if you make this build 6'11" or 7 foot, 6'11" for the better stats. That's what I would go for, because that's what I did. Get the better stats, because you can get like 80 something 3 or 90 something 3 or 90 something 3, depending if you shoot the wingspan. Always shoot your wingspan by 2, because you don't want T-Rex arms. But like for the weight, you can go either low weight or max weight, like 250ish, because it doesn't really matter, because your speed is not going to change anything. So it's whatever at that point. But like, I feel like it'll be alright. But now for honorable mentions, shot creating stretch 4, the Duke Dennis build. Make him 7 feet, because adding shot creating to your name, you could do anything, bro. You can play defense, and notice even at the big man, like he may lose a lot of badges, but like even at the big man, he's just a bigger shot creating sharp, and it's just dangerous having a 7 foot person who could dribble and still break your ankles. Like that's a problem, 2K. Like come on, bro. Like this build is just crazy, bro. You gotta look at Duke Dennis's like full video for his build, but like I had to put that in the mix, because if you're gonna create one, that takes a little bit of IQ too. But for the next honorable mention is a rebounding stretch. Man, this build may seem like, I guess, like a little crazy, but like if you know what you're doing and you got a good jump shot, this build is good all around. Like you can grab boards. It's like the second option in offense. Like you can grab the board, you can grab the board, you can shoot threes. Like you still can out rebound glass cleaners here and there. And it's good to know at 94 that you can see where the ball is going. You can also shoot the ball at a high percentage. You may not green light it all the time, but if you got a good jump shot and you open most of the time and you take smart shots with the rebounding stretch, you're fine. Because look at power DF, bro. Like power DF be going crazy. But anyway, I'm signing off. I love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all later, young kings and queens. Hope y'all enjoyed. Share the video.